I have a colossal business loan from IOU Financial I want to share with you. $500,000, maximum loan approval, IOU Financial. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Security QA Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as splendid as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a massive business loan from IOU Financial. The maximum loan amount, $500,000, no credit check. Before I get into the actual nitty-gritty, please understand that this show is purely educational, informative, and instructional. We have no relationship, we have no association, we have no affiliation to IOU Financial. They're not paying us to do this video. We're doing this video to educate our viewers, okay? Now let me give you the loan facts here. This is a business term loan, okay? It's a business term loan, and the amount will fluctuate between $10,000 to $500,000. This will depend on your creditworthiness. The APR will oscillate between 5.99% to 35.99%. There are no fees, and the term here 6 to 18 months. So you can see that the repayment period is kind of short, but this is how it comes with the territory. Okay. One thing I also need to say is that we love the fact that the funding process is very fast. Time to funding 48 hours maximum, and there are no extra conditions. Okay. What I love with and we've reviewed several loans, business loans on this show. What we love with IOU Financial is that the payment frequency is daily, weekly, or bi-weekly. This is pretty cool. This is good for the lender, but also for the borrower. Why? Because the more often that you repay your debts, the smaller the amount and the less likely you are able to default, because you can actually monitor things on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis. So that's fantastic. One thing I also want to say here is that when we speak about IOU Financial, they really don't care about your personal credit. Okay, they care more about the performance of the business. If you think about it, this loan is an EIN only business loan. This is an employer identification number only business loan. So if you play your cards right, if you have watched our show about how to apply for an EIN business loan, you would have had all the information you need to apply successfully for this loan from IOU, and it's worth it. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about IOU. Let me give you a synopsis of this lender and why, who they are, what they have been doing. This is a great lender. One thing I want to say here is that before I even start, please remember that we're talking about a large business loan from IOU Financial. This is a great lender, and maximum loan amount $500,000. And if you don't qualify for the maximum amount, you can get 10 grand, that's fine too, or 100 grand, whatever. It doesn't, it's all about your business creditworthiness, but also how you apply the solidity of your application process. So after evaluating this lender on tens of criteria, including the loan variety, the loan amount generosity, the cost that you have to incur with the IOU, the cost will be between 6% and 36%, the reputation of this lender, and their customer service, we have assigned the company a score of 9 over 10. This is a great company compared to other companies out there. And as a matter of fact, our judgment, our evaluation was corroborated by other reviews online, including, for example, if you go on trustpilot.com, you would see that the company has garnered a very excellent 4.9 over 5, 4.9 stars over 5. That's excellent. Obviously, you might say the reviews were only 528 reviews, but this shows you already that if 528 different borrowers have judged the company 4.9, that's pretty good. We judged them for 9 over 10. And so another thing I want to say here is that in the last few years, IOU Financial has done a great job at revamping their borrowing process, at revamping their underwriting process. They are now they're closer to small business borrowers. They have a team that will work with you. They have a team that will help you before, during and after the application process to make sure that you get the funds you need to expand your business, to grow your business. All right. And another thing I want to say is that customer service for them is important. They do have also a catalog of resources in terms of information about the loans. Once you get a loan through them, you'll have access to a dashboard that will help you have an idea of what kind of you have an idea of the things you need to repay the loan back, to monitor also your business's performance. I want to talk to you now about eligibility. So again, folks, the eligibility I'm speaking to you about is it revolves around a loan, a humongous business loan from IOU Financial. Maximum loan amount $500,000, minimum $10,000, and you need to have a strategy to apply so that you can actually get the loan. You can get the funds you need. So what is needed in terms of eligibility? So this is you need to have a total business ownership that must equal 80%. The business must be established for at least 1 year. 10 or more deposits per month in a business bank account. Annual revenue $100,000 minimum. Loan amounts that will oscillate between 10 grand and $500,000. The loan terms from 6 to 18 months, and they want you to repay daily, weekly, or bi-weekly. Now, if you are comfortable with that, if you're comfortable with the very short period of repayment, the very short repayment window, then not a problem. IOU Financial will work with you. And they also want to make sure, of course, that the business has been in operation for a while. And one thing that's very important is that you have to incorporate. IOU Financial, they do not lend to sole proprietorships. If they do, which we haven't found any evidence of, it would only be for smaller amounts. And it's not really worth it. If you're going for IOU Financial, you don't want to go for 10 grand. You don't want to go for 50 grand because they are too expensive at that level. There are other players out there that you might want to talk to get smaller amount. If you're going with IOU, you want to get a high amount. I'm speaking 6 digits. And to do that, you got to be a company. They want you to be a company. They want you to incorporate. So you have to have a legit business, either an LLC, a limited liability company. And you know what? You can have a single member LLC. You don't have to associate yourself with other people. No, if you're running a one-person business, it's okay, but it has to be a business. Okay, you got to have business bank accounts, business credit cards, business. It has to be a business. You got to have, and they also want you to have articles of incorporation or articles of organization, depending on the legal structure of your business. Let me talk to you now about the use of loan proceeds. So we are speaking about a colossal business loan from IOU Financial. And this business loan, the maximum loan amount to be approved is $500,000, $500,000. And if you have low credit, no credit, bad credit, everything is every kind of credit is welcome. And you can use the money for a constellation of purposes. You can use the money to buy inventory. IOU Financial, they approve that. They have approved it. They love the fact that small business owners are using money to expand their business. You can use it for marketing. So marketing can be digital marketing, online, social media. It can be PPC, price per click campaigns, right? Google Ads campaigns, or offline marketing, local marketing, things like running an ad on TV, right? Creating banners, sponsoring activities at the local level. You can use the money also to hire additional staff. You can use the money to buy equipment. IOU Financial doesn't have equipment financing, an equipment financing arrangement per se, but the money can be used to buy equipment. That's for sure. They encourage that, as a matter of fact. You can use the money to do some software upgrades. If you've been using some software for the last, say, 5 years, and it's time to upgrade, and you don't have the cash for that, you can borrow from IOU Financial to do that. Same thing for IT hardware. If you need to buy a new set of computers or servers or whatever is needed to run your business, that also is fine. You can use the money for expansion also. You can expand vertically or horizontally. It doesn't really matter. Whether you want to buy new stores, or you want to expand in new locations, If you are, let's say, if you're a franchise, for example, you want to establish new stores. That's what I meant originally. And so all those kinds of, obviously, this list is non-exhaustive, but I'm just giving you an idea of the kind of purposes you can borrow from IOU Financial for. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you about a massive business loan from IOU Financial. Maximum loan amount, $500,000. Minimum, $10,000. Now I want to speak to you about the kind of evidence that IOU Financial requires to approve loans. They first want you to make sure that you provide a complete set of financial statements at the business level. So they want to have a clear idea about your balance sheet, your income statements, your cash flow statements, and your statement of owner's equity, if applicable. And they want to have this they want to have this historically, but also on a projected basis. In other words, they want to see what has happened in the past, but what you intend for the future. And this is kind of cool because it allows you to insert this projected financial statements into your business plan. Okay, you got to have a business plan. And IOU Financial requires a business plan, especially if you want to start borrowing in 6 digits. That's where they want to have more information about what you're going to use the money for, and they want to see it written down. So, and they also might require a set of income tax returns. So both personally and business wise. Also resumes of the founders or senior management, the key people in the company. They might want to ask for a business credit report. They're not going to pull your personal credit report unless your application is weak. If your application is lethargic or there's something going on, then they will resort to your personal credit as a criterion to approving your your business loan application. And also, you make sure that you have all the legal documents. These are necessary evidence. Things like your articles of incorporation or organization, your business licenses and registrations, your franchise agreements, if applicable, your commercial leases. This is important. And it's just overall, copies of any contracts that you have with third parties. Okay, this is important because, again, this will establish your business as a legit entity, as a legit business. Let me speak to you now about how to apply for this loan. Folks, let's just stay focused here, right? We are talking about what? We're talking about a humongous business loan from IOU Financial, maximum loan amount, $500,000. And so to apply, you have 2 ways. You can apply through the web, or you can apply on the phone. So you can even chat with a representative. You can call at 1-866-217-8564. The number once again is 1-866-217-8564. And if you want to apply online, you go to the link that we're showing you on the screen right now. So you go to iOUfinancial.com/USA. And first you enter your general information. Okay, this is kind of important because they want to have more information about you. Okay, and next they want to have some data about the business. This is important also for them. So when we speak about business data, we're talking about the status of the business, the legal name, the address, the type of business, the website, the primary purpose of the loan, right? And again, as I told you, the loan term is capped at 18 months. They don't actually lend above that. And once they do, they want to have data about the owner. So it's important to have your data ready. So everything from your address to the percentage of ownership is important. So if you have other owners, make sure that you actually put the owners here. Now, one thing you have to understand is that, again, this is an EIN only loan, but if your application is weak, they will want to have you as the primary loan guarantor. So at the personal level. And then you have to add merchant docs. They want you to add other docs that are very important for them. So everything that is related to, they want to have 3 most recent business bank statements. That's what I was telling you earlier. You also need to upload your financial statements and other kinds of information. Remember, business bank statements are very important for them. They want to see. And it has to be statements from your primary business bank account. And once you have that, just submit, and you will have confirmation. So you actually have the evidence to upload, the first evidence to upload, then the second evidence to upload. Then you confirm. That's the confirmation. And once you submit, you'll receive an email that is the receipt of the application. So this is pretty much it. Let me talk to you now about how I want to give you a few pro tips, folks. Again, we are speaking about what? We're speaking about a massive business loan from IOU Financial. Maximum loan amounts, $500,000, right? And minimum loan amount, $10,000. And if you want to successfully apply for this loan, make sure that you have all your documents ready. Because even though you might apply and they might ask you for additional information, if you don't have your documents ready, it's going to delay the whole process, and they don't like that. IOU Financial, they don't like that. They want to see that the business is organized, the business wants the loan, and the business has prepared for the loan process. So you want to gather everything before even start contacting them, right? You want to have your business and personal tax returns ready. That is what? That is your 1040s for the last 3 years. So your 1040s and your 1120 or 1065s ready. You want to have your business and personal bank statements. In some cases, they might ask for your personal bank statement. So you want to have the same thing for the last 3 months, only 3 months. You want to have your business financial statements. It's kind of cool to have what I said earlier. You want to have actual data and projected data. So you can have a 3-year or a 2-year historical financial data about your business plan, and then you do some projections. And most importantly, you want to have projected data for your sales, because that's where the juice is at, right? That's where the lender, IOU Financial, would know, okay, this company can produce some revenue juice in the next 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So we're going to lend them money because the potential is there. And one thing you also need to do here is that you have to make sure that you are in business for at least 1 year. IOU Financial wants to make sure you're in business for 1 year, and also make sure that you take care of your cash flows, because the cash flows are going to provide you the ammunition you need to repay your loan. So you need to take care of your cash flows very importantly. As a matter of fact, IOU Financial even asks during the application process, or at least after the application process, when they call you, they will want you to demonstrate sufficient cash flows. So you can make your monthly payments, your weekly payments, your daily payments, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much, folks, for your attention in today's conversation. I was speaking to you about a king-size business loan from IOU Financial up to $500,000. And I spoke to you about the loan. I gave you some facts about the loan. And I spoke to you about the lender and the eligibility criteria, the use of loan proceeds, the evidence needed, how to apply, and I gave you a few pro tips. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.